Skateboard kid, you're a problem right now. Alright.
Sometimes I like to be social, so I link up with the Tacoma Photo Club for their monthly meetup. Back in April, they organized a late afternoon photo walk in the Stadium District of Tacoma. I usually struggle figuring out which camera to bring to these events, and that on top of it, I usually never know what film stocks to shoot as well. So I end up shooting digital. Don't hate me. This time it would be different though, because I had a plan, and I was excited to get to it, which really hasn't been the case for the last 6 months. It kind of felt like I've been stuck in a rut, but I was ready to hit the town on this one. Anyways, on my last trip to Vegas, I took some double exposures, and I didn't hate the results, so I felt maybe I should experiment with this process a little bit more. I was definitely feeling inspired by those photos, so I grabbed a roll of Kodak Gold 200, paired it with my Canon EOS 30, and paired that camera up with my 50mm f1.8 lens and tried to create some more dynamic double exposures. So with all that being said, let's get into it. He's so adorable. Wait, that's not a double exposure. So yeah, Canon didn't really make this process that easy, because they probably didn't want people leaving their camera in the double exposure setting, basically letting them ruin their roll. This was probably for the best too, because honestly, I'd be the photographer who would take 36 exposures on frame 1, not actually knowing that I didn't advance to the next frame. So they actually had some foresight on this and kind of corrected it before it became an issue.
Your face.
Man of the hour.
Your face.
Anyways, on a Canon EOS 30, here's how you make a double exposure. First, you'll have to press the function button. It'll allow you to change the ISO at first, but if you continue to press the button, you'll eventually make it down to a setting with 2 rectangles overlapping each other. This is the double exposure setting. Once here, you'll scroll the front dial, and that'll allow you to select how many exposures you'd like to make on this frame. The EOS 30 will allow you to take 9 exposures on a single frame, which is pretty ambitious, to say the least. I'm not too sure who would want to take that many exposures on a single frame, but hey, it's an option, I guess. Once you've taken your double exposure, if not triple, and possibly quadruple exposure, the camera will advance to the next frame. After advancing to the next frame, the camera completely forgets what it was doing, kind of like a goldfish. At this point, all you have to do is hit the function button, and that'll allow you to adjust how many exposures you'd like to make on the next frame, whether it be 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Again, it's probably for the best that this camera kicks you out of the double exposure mode every time it advances in the next frame. Like, who in the right mind would shoot a whole roll of double exposures just for a YouTube video? Probably some idiot. So the golden hour light was amazing. and the cherry blossoms were in full bloom. I had plenty of people to take photos of here tonight, but I really just couldn't figure out how to make a compelling double exposure, I feel. At this point, I was so focused on finding interesting elements to layer into my double exposures, I kind of forgot about color theory. Half my photos I was shooting in shadows, the other ones, they were blasted by completely golden hour light. So, I don't know if these are looking that great. A stronger, more competent photographer could have made this dynamic light work. For me though, probably should have shot black and white. That being said though, this photo of Jessie, it did turn out well.
Oh, not too bad. Just working so much, doing all my stuff.
What's surprising is that these biceps.
As the photo walk continued, I kind of forgot my mission and kind of shot some normal photos. This photo is totally worth it too, because of the depth of this composition, as well as the lighting in this photo, it's perfect. I just wish I had my Pentax 6.7 for this shot. I was definitely getting distracted from this whole double exposure premises I started off with, but could you blame me? The golden hour light was just too good to pass up.
Did you say drugs?
Yes.
I know these old Canons aren't anything fancy, but honestly, this 50mm f1.8 kit lens, it delivers some seriously nice bokeh. Like, take a look at this photo. Hopefully YouTube hasn't compressed this to death, because I honestly find this photo dreamy. Well, eventually this photo walk would loop back to the beginning. Eventually, we'd loop back to where we began, and I'd finish up this roll of Kodak Gold. So is my attempt at making more intentional double exposures worth it? I really don't know. Technically speaking, more than half this roll was a double exposure, but that doesn't mean they were successful. I definitely could have done better with isolating my subjects in my double exposures. As well, I could have used textures or patterns to kind of create more interesting photographs. At this point, I'm definitely not going to deep dive into this technique. I'll definitely play with it from time to time in the future, but I don't think this is going to be my main mission. Film is expensive enough on its own, and I don't need to be wasting money on some mediocre double exposures. I'm already wasting my money on mediocre single exposures.